something, there's a position that start working and everyone wants to copy that. And then someone does something, you start getting people, everyone goes towards that goal. That always happen, that will always happen. It's natural. Sunday there's a type of a sweep that's very useful, everyone is using. Everybody wants to learn that to, implement in their game. It's the leg lock, there was already the pick, now it's not as much, if you see, because before no one was paying attention much. So the first fighter that really got into it will get tapping everybody. Now everybody knows it stopped working because you know how to defend. You don't see in tournaments as much heel hooks and leg locks anymore. Now, because everyone learned how to defend. If I don't know and you do, you can catch me easy. But the moment that I know how to, then they stop working. You can see even the academies that they specialize in heel hooks and leg locks. They don't tap each other as much because everyone knows how to defend. So you have to, go back to
fundamentals.
The traditional.
When I first went to New York, I went on holiday to New York and I thought, let me go to Henzo's, and I met like Nicky, Rod and stuff. And I was like, just message, hey, can I have a session? He was like, yeah, come through. I did a little session, and then I was lucky enough to do a class with Danaher. I've never been tapped so many times. And I had no idea how to escape from
heel
leg
hook.
lock. Yeah, heel hooks. And I was like, but now you know more of the escapes and you're right. But I've never actually thought of it like that.
Yeah.
We were in Bali and I went to like a grappling class, and this big 6'3" guy, and he's got 2 fully cauliflowered ears. And I say to him like, how long have you been training for? And he's French guy. He goes, 1.5 years. And I was like, maybe he's a rugby player. And then we started rolling. And within about 3-4 minutes, he must have tapped me 15, 20 times, only with leg locks. To the point, I was holding onto his arms and Darren was on the side. I shouted, help. I was like, help. And afterwards I said to him, 1.5 years. He goes, nah, black belt, 15 years I've been training. And I waited at the end of the class and I said, I will pay you to tell me what just happened because I'm not sure. And it was kind of frightening at the time. But then when you get to understand it, like you say, it kind of opens up the game a bit. But it's interesting, Holes and Hickson were doing these 30, 40 years ago. They're like heel hooks, they existed back then. And then, like you say, there's like little trends and kind of little ways that the sport goes and it comes back. And even Gordon Ryan, who had a very high submission rate for leg locks. Then when the craze kicked off, he started then getting all his submissions from the back. Yeah. And he was, as that wave was going up, he already moved on to back attacks and almost got everyone looking at feet when he went to start looking at necks. Yeah. And it's crazy that although this sport is like an art, it evolves and it comes like waves in the ocean, or like it's a forever changing game. But like you say, the fundamentals never stop.
Yeah. I think those who get only focus in leg lock, that will get in the way of them developing other areas. And when the leg lock stop working, which they will, when people, that's what's happening now, then he has nothing else. So I have nothing against, leg locks and heel hooks. They all great, they all work, but I think they can never be your focus because that's not the focus of the fighting game. If that doesn't work, then what? You lost.
I think it can make people lazy.
Yeah.
That's what I've realized with like when people go for leg lock straight away, you start getting poor at like passing the guard, getting mount, and you start feeling, why are you smiling?
You become like a bum scooter. You're like a dog that's just taken a shit. You know, when the dog's on the carpet. It's like that. In the academy, there's nothing that I enjoy more than seeing your dad kicking about. Mauricio, who is a coral belt, and he was the first coral.
No, red and white.
What
one above?
Okay, so you have coral, then which is that one called?
Then red and white.
Okay, just call it red and white. Okay,
yeah, red and white belt.
Okay, and but I've never seen someone with that level. What do you call that? You just call it red and white belt?
Yeah.
And how many years? Like when you get your black, how does that work?
So after the black belt, then the stripes. So for the coral belt comes after 31 years as a black belt, and then 8 years after is the red and white, and 9 years after is the red.
When I saw that, we were at a different academy at the time. When he walked in, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, what is that?
I've never seen one before.
Yeah.
And his demeanor, he's such a kind, nice person, so bubbly. Like, it was crazy at first to be intimidated purely by someone's belt, but then to understand the amount of knowledge that must exist inside of mine. But now sometimes I'm on edge when he's always on the mats watching us, checking our technique.
Yeah.
And you're about to transition for an armbar, and I see your dad looking, and I'm like, suddenly I freeze. I've forgotten how to do anything. I'm like,
I remember the first time he did a knee on belly on me.
it's world famous, his knee on
He
belly
did it,
pressure.
Yeah. It was like showing, and I was like,
It's
oh.
terrible. It's terrible.
So you said that Mauricio kind of moved away from being like an instructor in jiu-jitsu. He found his way back.
Yeah.
And was this at the time that you started taking jiu-jitsu really seriously?
Slightly before. I think almost at the same time, but slightly before. And when I think it was about 13, 14. Then he went to Japan to teach. He stayed there for a little while. And then England. I think it almost happened at the same time.
And what's it like having a father figure who's so knowledgeable in the sport? Like, would you say that was an integral part of the success in which you...
Yeah, definitely. I think a lot of things that I do that's part of my game. I see my father doing, the way he moves, the way he uses his body a lot, the way he uses his weight to dominate his opponents. I think I got that a lot from him, and that's a massive part of my game.
He almost defies physics. When I look at him and I go, okay, I think you weigh about this much. And similar to yourself. And when I feel the pressure, I'm like, there's something not adding up. Newton, there's a fourth law that should exist. I'm like, there is force coming from somewhere I've never felt.
Being underneath him is not fun.
When I see when you wear your black belt, there's no stripes on there.
Yeah.
I feel like that says a lot about you. I feel like you're like a really humble person. If there was, how many stripes would there be?
4.
And what's the reason for you not wanting that?
I don't know. I just don't care. I never got any stripe in any of my other belts. So back then, my academy, my uncle, no one used to get any stripe. That's like nowadays people get. Back then, it was just no one had it. So I never really care much how many stripes I had. And in the black belt, I mean, it's the same thing. It doesn't matter how many stripes you have. It's just, you don't have to. I don't feel the necessity that to show people how many stripes I have. It makes no difference. I don't think it adds anything to me. It's, so if you're going to do like a seminar or like an event, then it's almost like a ceremonial belt. Then I feel, okay, this is like, I'll wear it. But like training wise or teaching, I don't know.
I think with you, like, everyone knows in jiu-jitsu who you are. So there's like almost, you don't need to prove anything. Not that you're looking to prove anything, but when we first went to Bali and there was Ronaldo Ribeiro, we were like, oh, we've never seen this guy. But you see like 4 stripes or 5 stripes on his black belt, you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I'm in trouble. He's a don. And although I feel like I kind of know the answer to this, gi or no gi, what if you had to pick one?
Definitely gi, 100%.
Why?
It's a lot more technical. No gi is a young man's game. It's it's a faster game, and you use more energy, more power. It counts a lot for no gi. If you're strong, if you're young and strong and fast, it adds a lot to your game naturally. It's your level goes up. No gi is not much less, because it's so much harder to control someone no gi, because you don't have a grip. The person is always loose in front of you. So his explosion and his power will get him away from a lot of situations, because you just cannot. It's much harder to control him. With the gi, that doesn't happen, because you're holding the gi. So he doesn't have that mobility. He cannot explode him out, explode out of situations. He cannot just pull himself out. That grip will hold him where he is.
I've had to experience this. I've been to 3 of your comp class sessions, and there are some, no offense to them, some old boys in the gi with black belts. And as soon as they get these grips on me, it's like a slow death. It's like an anaconda just slowly wrapping me up. And sometimes I'm thinking, I'm more athletic than this person. I've got 20 years on them, and I cannot, for the sake of me, escape.
Because you will not push yourself out of it. You need to know technically how to avoid that situation. That's the difference with gi and no gi. Is a lot more technique involved, because pulling yourself out, you will not help you.
Hello everyone, it's Roger Gracie, and today you'll see a series of videos I did on guard passing. So I did a lot of different scenarios, different ways to open people's closed guard. I showed one of my favorites, a few others that I've been working on, and a few others that, regardless of size, anyone can use. And I did try to focus on my pressure pass. There's some other variations of guard pass, but I tried to focus on pressure pass, which I think is extremely important.